Namaste. I am Tanishka Ninath Deshpande. I study in grade 11th and belong to group 2. It is an honor to be able to speak on Savarkarji's Hindutva. It is rightly said that not all men seek rest or peace, but some are born with the spirit of storm in their blood. We are not even peck of dust in front of great leaders like Savarkarji. So the least we can do is read, follow and preach their ideas. So this is my humble attempt to do the same. Who is a Hindu? When this question arises, many Hindus fail to answer it precisely, confidently and above all satisfactorily. Fortunately, I found the most fitting, exact and precise definition given by a great revolutionary, author, orator, poet, playwright, foresighted leader and nationalist Swatantraveer Vinayak Damodar Savarkar. In 1905, while in prison in Andaman and Nicobar Islands, he thus wrote, Asindhu Sindhu Paryanta Yasya Bharata Bhumika Pitrabhu Punyabhushtaiva Savai Hindu Riti Smrita. Every person is a Hindu who regards and owns this Bharat Bhumi, this land from Indus to the seas as his fatherland as well as holy land, that is, the land of origin of his religion. Consequently, the so-called aboriginal or hill tribes are also Hindus because India is their fatherland as well as their holy land of whatever form of religion or worship they follow. He set forth the idea that Hindu constitute a nation and are bound together by common blood and are united by a common heritage we pay our great civilization, our Hindu culture. He has substantially put forth the point that Hindutva and Hinduism are two contrasting concepts. Hindutva is not a word but a history, whereas Hinduism is a derivative, a fraction, a part of Hindutva. Failure to distinguish between these two terms has given rise to much misunderstanding and mutual suspicion among the sister communities that carry the same treasure of common heritage of Hinduism. By an ism is generally meant a theory or code more or less based on spiritual or religious dogma or system. But when we attempt to investigate into essential significance of Hindutva, we do not primarily concern ourselves with any particular theocratic or religious dogma or creed. Had not linguistic usage stood in our way, Hinduness would have certainly been a better word than Hinduism as a near parallel to Hindutva. Savarkarji's definition of Hindutva is definitely appropriate, but it did not teach to senselessly tolerate the oppressive practices of certain radical religious groups on Hindus. For example, the conditions of Hindu convicts and prisoners in the cellular jail were beyond difficult, while those of Muslim convicts were different. Muslim warders and convicts would deliberately play the azan loudly and thus awaken Hindu convicts at dawn. They would give back-breaking jobs and punishments to Hindu convicts. Also, they used to frame false cases against them. To escape this torture, the Hindu convicts would eventually accept to convert to Islam. Savarkarji first taught them to read and write. He encouraged them to play the conchs loudly and offered to stop playing the conchs only if the azan fell silent. And this policy of tit for tat actually worked. He provided moral support to those who were pressurized to convert on pain of torture. He also dissuaded many convicts from converting. Savarkarji's Hindutva is, however, much misunderstood or is deliberately maligned by some imbecilic group of people. Did Savarkar's Hindutva costed hating Christians and Muslims? No, it did not. In fact, he believed in universal brotherhood of man. He never himself hated, nor did he allow others to hate English as Englishmen only as oppressors. He said, once India achieves its freedom, we must forget any hatred, any enmity for England. While describing the harsh prison life in his book called My Transportation for Life, he stated in 1923, I do not have any hatred in my heart for Christian or Muslim brothers, or even those living in tribes in primitive stage. I do not even despise any of them. I oppose only that section of them vehemently which is oppressive and violent towards others. From what we can derive is Hindutva is not different from Hindu nationalism, which by any means is not oppressive or intolerant towards some religious clan or any caste group. In fact, Hindutva upholds the values Hindutva upholds the patriotic and brotherly values amongst us and in itself is majestic and glorious. Thank you.